Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? It's the Gas Holes Podcast. We're back with episode, I think we're up to 19 now. How we doing, everybody? We got a meaty episode for y'all today. How we doing? Travis, how you doing? How you been?
I like meaty episodes. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Did I tell you, I got my couch today. I'm really excited.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got it somewhere around noon today. It's great. I really like it. They brought in a couple big boxes and shit and put it together for me, and it's gonna get some use today. I tell you that.
It's a shame you didn't have it for the debate last night.
Yeah, that was
a good couch would have come in handy.
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck I was watching last night. That was tough.
It was way better than I thought it'd be. Like I was, as most people know, I hope for shit shows in most situations, and I was hoping for one, and they did not disappoint. It was way worse than I thought it'd be, but in all the right ways.
Yeah, I figured it'd turn into a meme fest, really. That was the first ever presidential debate I've ever watched. Is that sad? I don't really.
Well, you picked a good one to start on.
Yeah, I figured I was like, because I heard it was happening, I was like, man, I probably should watch that. It's probably going to be pretty interesting. So one way or another. But
well, see, the 2016 ones were good, but like the primaries were the best ones, where you had like, especially the Republicans, where you had like Republicans all across the spectrum and basically all of them versus Trump. Then once you got to Hillary versus Trump, there were a few moments where like Hillary would hit Trump with a good, zinger, and then Trump would hit her with one, you know what I mean? And like it kind of evened out because Trump could be an asshole and Hillary could be a complete ass too. Last night's was just Biden can barely talk when he's not under pressure. Then you got fucking Trump yelling at you the whole time. It was a glorious shit show. I loved every second of it. But it was also the depression kind of sank in after the fact that like this is our country now.
Yep. Fuck for another 4 years, everybody.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, these are our leaders.
Well, hey. On the bright side, though, NASCAR's looking good, trending in the right direction. So there's that. We'll talk about that with the schedule here soon. We got to talk about Vegas. So first off, I don't know. There's not really a whole lot to talk about, but
Nope.
John Hunter Nemechek made an ass out of himself for another week. So good on him. See, now that y'all been listening to podcasts now for a while, now you guys know why we roast John Hunter Nemechek. He's fast, like he has his moments, but man, he has his fucking boneheaded moments too. Like
I don't get it. See, I made fun of it. Somebody in my mentions was like, "Well, look, his wheels were cut to the left," and they were after he had already driven back up on the track and saw that he was about to kill himself. My wheels would be cut back to. I don't understand. Like that was bad. I understand overcorrecting, but that wasn't even like. I don't know what the fuck he did. How a car goes back up the track like that.
Yeah, lock it down, Chief. Lock it down. When in doubt, lock it down. Yeah, that was really the only thing I remember from the race, to be 100% honest with you. It wasn't really awful. It wasn't too terribly eventful until the end, but yeah, Quinn didn't really have the best race. I think he finished 34th. They were pretty bad most of the race, to be honest with you. Fired off pretty bad. They got better like they usually do, but yeah, it wasn't really. Really wasn't the best race. They beat a couple of cars, but they also got beat by a couple of cars they probably shouldn't have. So, all in all, though, yeah, I mean, another clean race for Quinn, I guess. But yeah, speed wise, wasn't the best. But on I'm excited though for this week because this is Talladega Weekend. It's like the last true chance that anything like really good could happen for the team. So hopefully they can pull one out of their ass. Still looking for that first ever career Starcom top 10. We were close with Landon at the range shortened Daytona race where they almost won, but it was P11 there. So hopefully we can better into Talladega. But I did want to talk about F1 real quick as well. F1 was at where the fuck were they at? They were at Russia, and traditionally not the most exciting except for the first lap. The thing with Russia is it's got this big ass front straightaway, so it's like usually the pole sitter is at a pretty significant disadvantage, and that's basically how it went down. Anyways, Bottas ended up at the front, and he won, which was cool. That was where he got his first win back in 2017, I think it was, if I got that right. Lewis Hamilton, really the only thing to talk about was him, because he decided when they were coming out for their formation lap that he was going to kind of do his own thing there and do his own little practice starts. I think he I don't even know exactly what he did the first time, but both of them were penalties. And then he came out of the pits as they were all coming out, and then he stopped over to the side like on pit exit, and then he did it again. Either way, it was against the rules one way or another, and he ended up with 2 5-second penalties. Now, if you add those together, that adds up to 10 seconds, and that lost him the race. So Lewis Hamilton stepping on his dick yet again. Good for him. Yeah, I thought everybody pretty much thought that was going to be the race. Travis, I guess you probably don't know, but whether you like F1 or not, he's coming up on a significant achievement, and that's tying Schumacher for the most wins in Formula One at 91. He's at 90 right now, so his next win's gonna be a pretty big deal, and then obviously the next one after that, he breaks it and he's the all-time winner. So, whether you like F1 or not, that's a pretty significant fucking deal, and I'm looking forward to whenever he does that. But anytime he wants to step on his own dick and let somebody else win, I'm cool with that too. So, Formula One's off this week, but they'll be back, I think, at Nürburgring the next week after that. So, looking forward to that. IndyCar, who the fuck? Actually, IndyCar races this weekend too. F1 done, but IndyCar races this weekend with the doubleheader at the GP. I was thinking about going, but I'm not going. I can't. I'm about road tripped out, so I'm gonna sit that one out and watch that one from my new couch. So I'm looking forward to that. All right. Well, we just jumped a couple of things. Let's talk about the schedule. This is what everybody's been waiting for: the 2021 NASCAR schedule. What do you think about it?
I like it. My thing is, there are things that I'm not crazy about on it, but I'm not going to complain because they've made a big swing and done a lot of changes. So I can't complain about that because that's what everybody's wanted.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get a perfect schedule. Everybody has their own things that they like, and but I think most everybody can come to agree that it's pretty good.
And there's still contracts and shit.
Yeah.
I love Atlanta. I don't think Atlanta needs 2 races. I'm not going to complain though because they gave Kentucky and Chicago the boot. Chicago was fine. I hate to see it go, but I'm not going to cry over it. Pocono, they kept it a doubleheader. I like that. Everybody's mad about Bristol Dirt. I don't know if you want to go, but I'm probably gonna go. I don't care if I have to go by myself.
Let's go. I'll go. I want to see that shit. That's gonna be a shit. Okay, yeah. I just want to talk about it. All right. I have so many fucking questions, and I feel like I don't. It's just. I'm sure they probably have a pretty good plan, but it's like it just kind of feels like it came out of nowhere all of a sudden, and now they're gonna get to do this, and then I have so many questions. First off, are they going to throw 40 cars out there? Because if they do, that's going to be a fucking mess in it itself.
I doubt it. I'm sure they'll do because trucks. Remember, they do less people at Eldora,
right?
So I would hope.
But then, how does that work with the charter system? Because you need to have 36 charters or whatever. So you got to have at least that many.
Yeah, but right? I'm sure that goes with event because they'll all be able to get out there and they'll all score points. So. If they did a 30-car feature and then LCQ points handle or LCQ finish handles 31st through however many cars show up.
Yeah,
I feel that's how they do it.
That was going to be my next question. How does the format work then? With heats and are they gonna go?
That's just a guess. I don't know if that's just how I did it in NASCAR, but I took the LCQ and then did that. I'd imagine that'd be the easiest way for them to do it. Because I hope they try to put 40 of them out there, but I don't think they will.
Oh my God, that would be so bad. There's no way they could get away with that.
That's the thing. Everybody is pissed about it. One, there's only a handful of dirt tracks in the country that could even possibly handle having a cup race. Eldora probably being the number one. Two, a lot of these tracks that maybe could handle it, you have to start looking at, is the track willing to do it? Does the track's insurance policy cover that many people there? All this stuff. Bristol's ready to fucking go. You could pack 164,000 people in there, sprinkle a little dirt on it, and boom, you got a cup dirt race. You know what I mean? And it's got a big garage area, nice garage area, enough concessions for enough people, decent parking around, all that. And it's in a decent area. You're not going to have to drive out in the middle of fucking nowhere where there's no hotels. Yeah. So that makes sense to me. A cup car on dirt is not going to work well regardless where you go. Yes, I get the argument that the banking, a flat dirt track would probably be better, but Eldora's not really flat. Eldora, you know what I mean? So everybody's like, go to Eldora. Well, Eldora's not really flat. The trucks don't put on a great dirt race. They put on a great shit show and they go. And that's why everybody loves it. Yeah. And that's exactly what I think Bristol's going to do. I think it's going to be a fucking shit show. And I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. That's another thing. I was talking to somebody. I was like, they were like, I mean, can't they just even out the banking a little bit with the dirt? I mean, surely they can fix it up. Because I was thinking the straightaways.
Yeah, that's the way it looked for that old dirt race they did too. And I know the banking was a little different back then, but it looked like they added dirt at the bottom of the track and took out some of the banking. And kind of went up the track. So I'd imagine they'll probably be running down on the apron and shit. It's not going to be a dirt Bristol. It'll look a little different, I'm sure.
Oh man, I can't wait. Yeah, we definitely got to go to that. I got to witness that. Yeah, I just man, so many questions. I mean, I'm sure they know what the fuck they're doing because they've done it before. They've put dirt on Bristol. I'm just, dude, there's so much that comes with it now because like now iRacing's got to do it and then NASCAR Heat's got to try to figure out how to do it and you get to try all that shit out and oh man, it's gonna be a good time, man. But yeah, I hope we get to see 40 fucking. I want to see Quinn get out there and hustle it in the Starcom car out there on the dirt. I just you remember when they brought in Eldora with the dirt derby, the trucks, like that was a big deal and it was a big deal every single year. But it's like everybody was like, yeah, it's cool for trucks, it's great for trucks, but it'll never get to Cup. And sure as shit, it fucking got to Cup. I don't know about you. I didn't think Cup would ever get a dirt race again.
I didn't either, but I'm hoping NASCAR is accepting the fact that they got to start being a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and if you don't like it, go watch IndyCar and be bored. I like it. I like that they're trying shit. I'm all for a good shit show here and there. Yeah, I want to see some racing and stuff, but why not try some shit? You know what I mean? I don't see how anybody can complain. I really don't. The only argument that makes any sense is that we're losing one regular Bristol race. But, yeah. I mean, who's to say maybe they don't add another Bristol race here or there in 2022 and beyond? You know what I mean? I'm sure this schedule isn't I don't see this schedule being like the schedule we've had for the last 15 years or whatever, where there's only one or two changes. I think that this is a step, and they're going to do this, and then 2022, I'm sure we'll see some other shit happen, and then probably around 2025, we won't even recognize the schedule. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, the what the hell was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. I was watching a cat look at something. But what the fuck were you saying?
What do you mean?
What did you just say? Because I was going to lead on to that.
Well, I was saying the schedule will probably be rapidly changing here in the next few seasons. I don't think that this schedule is going to stick like the ones we're used to.
Well, that was another thing. I mean, we got so many road courses now, and I'm just kind of thinking. We were talking about it the last podcast, I think. Now we got so many road course slots. I'd really like to see those kind of switch around different road courses here and there because we've got so many in the U.S. So. That's my biggest complaint with the schedule. I think we have too many road courses. Yeah, it's perfect schedule would probably be instead of bringing in a bunch of new road courses, bringing in more short tracks. But yeah, that's a lot of fucking road courses, man. I just hope it doesn't get oversaturated and people start getting bored with them, because all it's going to take is one boring Indy road race, IMS road course race, and everybody's going to be like, fuck it, or Sonoma or something like that. Yeah, that's probably my only complaint too with it. Obviously, I'm big sad to see the Brickyard 400 go because I really enjoyed going to the oval race. I've never been to a road course race, and I haven't been to a road course race at IMS, but I'll fucking go to that too. Don't mind if I do. I really hope that hopefully the COVID is clear by then and everything's back to normal totally, because what the fuck's going to be the point of going to that road course race? It's going to be a doubleheader with IndyCar, which is what we were supposed to have this year, which we didn't because we weren't allowed in. But yeah, hopefully we can go down the infield because there's no fucking point of going in the road course race and not being able to go down the infield. So, yeah, I'm just super excited for this fucking Bristol. I can't stop thinking about it. That's gonna be such a mess, and I'm really looking forward to it. But like you said, I don't know if it's true or not. I guess they still have a lot of figuring out to do with the just the whole event schedule for each event. But most of the events are going to be just the kind of what we got now, just single day shows. Which, again, we've talked about. Probably the move.
Chaps my ass.
Does it?
If they're not doing practice.
Well, that's the thing. Does anybody really know what they're doing?
No, but it seems to be. Oh boy, seems to be they're not going to do practice.
Dude, that's horseshit. But I would imagine, like some you got to give them practice for something. Like, what the fuck are they just going to throw them out there for Bristol? Dirt Bristol.
Now that one I kind of hope they do.
Oh my god, that would be so bad. That just brought me back to my original thought. Dude, I'm always so all over the place, and I apologize. But the one argument, like you said, the losing that one Bristol race, the pavement Bristol race. But like nobody fucking went to that spring race anyways. It was either too cold or all the fans always complained about that fucking race, and it always kind of sort of sucked, and everybody sort of kind of stopped going. So like, what the fuck? Take your dirt and go to it, because we're gonna fucking go. Sorry, that was my only point. But yeah, like Bristol's cool and it has its moments, but sometimes it fucking doesn't. So why not throw some dirt on there for half of it, and then we'll have the traditional night race there at the end. So.
Or throw dirt on half the track and just.
There's a fucking idea. That's there you go. When we have our first boring Bristol night race, and first boring dirt race at Bristol, they'll just split it in half and see what we get out of that. And that's boring. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do, but
I hope that they bring in like a dirt series of some sort for that weekend. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, they have to. I'm sure they'd bring in something. Speaking of which, what are they going to do with Xfinity now? We're going to hook Xfinity Series up with a dirt race, or what the fuck? Truck gets to play, Cup gets to play. What the fuck are we doing with the Xfinity cars now? If Cup can do it, Xfinity sure as shit can.
I just wonder if trucks will come there that weekend, and if they'll get to keep going to Eldora, because I know that was kind of up in the air.
Yeah.
So I hope the Eldora truck race doesn't go away. I like that. I want to go to that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it would. I think trucks. I could see trucks having 2, 3, maybe even 4 dirt races, because ARCA's done it. I think they've had up to like 3 or something in a season. So I could see them doing it. I don't think Cup needs multiple dirt races. I think this is enough.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I don't see why people are so upset about it. Like, I don't know. I think it's just Twitter. I really do. I'm sure if like we looked around, I'm sure there's a lot of people like us who are like, this is going to be really fucking cool.
Yeah.
But man, I don't see how you could not be somewhat optimistic, at least for the shit show.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's going to be a good time. Another thing, I'm still excited for the Xfinity and Truck Series schedules as well. I saw somewhere, I would assume it's true, that the all 3 series are going to be at COTA, so it's going to be interesting to see Xfinity and especially trucks there. COTA as a whole, just what the I didn't think we'd see that on the Cup schedule, but here we are. Obviously the Texas All-Star race. I thought there was supposed to be a special announcement with the Texas All-Star race, like we were going to get some extra shit with that, but I don't know if we got that, did we?
Dude, Texas, it's like, I'm trying to think like a good comparison. Texas they think very highly of themselves because they promote themselves as like the no limit track. I can think of several people who are that the Speedway remind me of, but I'm not gonna drop names. But like, I don't know. It's like a shitty high school football team hyping themselves up, with like a hype video, and then they just suck. That's pretty much how I view Texas now, because they hype themselves up as the best thing in NASCAR, and they consistently put on one of, if not the worst races of the year.
Yeah, and ruin their track too in the process. Like, what a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah, it was bad before the reconfigure, and then they made it worse somehow. But Great American No Limits track, or whatever they call themselves.
Yeah, and their big ass fucking scoreboard on the back stretch.
Oh, God.
The NASCAR Heat 5 somehow forgot to program in from Heat 4. Did you know that? I don't know if I ever showed you that, but Heat 4 has the video board on the backstretch, and NASCAR Heat 5, the frame is there, but there's no video board.
Oh my god, I know I haven't noticed that. I don't think I've made it to Texas in one of the Heat games. I usually give up by then.
It's so comical. Like, they copy and pasted the whole game over, like logos on the same trophies and everything, but somehow that just like didn't make the cut. Like, what the fuck are we doing? That's another thing. I don't want to spoil what happened in NASCAR Creed 5 today in the crew mode, but I'll tell you off. It was another fucking stupid thing. Anyways, but yeah, that's about it with the schedule, man. I'm cool with it. Still with that Pocono doubleheader. Get it the fuck over. Road America we didn't talk about. July 4th has got another new NASCAR date, and it's Road America. That ought to be pretty cool. That's a solid little road course that I figured we'd probably see on the Cup schedule at some point. That's fair. I don't know if we need another 5 of them, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Indianapolis road course. Just the road course itself, I just don't think it's a very good road course, but that's just me. We could have probably gone somewhere else for that, but, we'll see. What the fuck else is there? And of course, we got the Sonoma, Watkins, Glen, Roval, so Nashville's in there as well. Am I missing anything? That's really about it.
No, aside from...
The playoffs are the same, which is cool. I'm cool. I don't think the playoffs really need changing at all. I think all the cutoff races are good and fair, and there's no need to dick it up unless we're going to throw in a fun new short track in there. But yeah, all in all, GG.
Honestly, I think they've nailed the playoffs finally. Maybe get Texas out of there. Other than that, I think that they've got it nailed. Honestly, I'd like to see Homestead put back in there, even if it's not the finale. Let it replace Texas, or make Homestead the finale again and put Phoenix where Texas is. Yeah. Either way, that's the only change I'd make. Other than that, I think they've pretty much nailed it.
Yeah, and that was another thing I read, that they're gonna do the high horsepower, low downforce for Darlington and Nashville. Yeah. Which, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. I can't stand watching Darlington with the current package. Oh, it's so disgusting. But I'm fucking hyped for that, man. You ever notice, man? I don't know if we ever talked about it, but you ever notice how like lower the groove got when they started racing with that package, the giant ass spoiler at Darlington, like how low they started running just to get away from each other. Like even in 1 and 2, man, it just goes to show you, man. It's just, man, it's such horse shit. But that's a fucking schedule. Let us know what y'all think, man. What you would change, and what races you're planning on going to in 2021. Hopefully we can all go to the races we all want to fucking go to, and the COVID ain't around. But we'll see about that. I'm super excited. I guess we'll probably we'll have to start making some plans for Dirt Bristol and whatever the hell else, and throw some Martinsville in there and whatever.
The thing is, Martinsville's like, there's an off week after Dirt Bristol, and then it's Martinsville, so we might have a busy stretch. Hands there.
Oh, dude, you know what? I was looking at that. Let me pull it back up, because it was like, you know what? Oh no, I think I'm gonna have to sacrifice like Richmond or something. Yeah, it's Dirt Bristol, Martinsville, and then Richmond. I'm not trying to go to 3 Cup races in a row. I didn't get to Richmond this year, so fuck, man.
You won't miss much.
Yeah, probably not. Richmond's a good time, though. It really is. Especially with the infield renovations and stuff they've done. It's a good time. It's a little expensive, but it's a good time. Anyways, what the hell does that bring us to? Oh, man, I want to talk.
We got a new segment, folks.
The schmuck segment. Can we just, all right. I don't usually let Twitter bother me, and this really didn't bother me either, but it's just like, here's the thing. For me personally, I get grouped into the whole YouTube video people shebang, and I get it. I don't personally like it because I don't think I belong, because I just kind of do my own fucking thing, and it's kind of how I like. You got your racing reference folks, you got your your whatever the fuck else. I just play racing games. That's all I really do. But I still get grouped into the same fucking bunch of people, and for whatever reason, there's this like other group of people that I don't know. They just, I guess they
hate everyone associated with it.
I guess like
they do. I've had people mad at me just because I make videos. Like, but they think that we're like a gang. But what they don't realize is that deep down we kind of all hate each other. Like, I mean, we don't care about each other. We just all want to make our videos and go on.
That's fair. Yeah, just okay. Long story short, Twitter and Yeah, I think you tweeted it was Danny B or whoever, and y'all were talking about this guy who blocked y'all. And of course, I click on the account and I'm blocked too. And I just like at that point, I'm like, fuck you, dude. I've never had an interaction with this person ever that I know of. I don't recognize his profile picture. I don't recognize his username either. But I'm blocked.
He looks like a bowling ball.
He kind of did. He kind of did look like a bowling ball. But like, for what? What did I do to this guy? Fuck. I just like if you.
I'm used to this. Dude. This guy's a fucking clown. He's the thing is, we get a lot of on Twitter and in the community. There's a lot of wannabe failed journalists. They have their little sites. Maybe they write for some sites, and nobody gives a fuck about them. They get upset when they see people who are getting more attention than them, arguably doing less work, and then they get upset. I think that's what this guy is. In my case, I say a lot of stupid shit, and people don't realize. I really think that people like this guy too. They don't realize there's a mute feature. I love the mute feature on Twitter. Mute feature is great, but you don't have to block people when you mute them. I think some people just see something they disagree with and they fucking block me, because I'll scroll through Bob's mentions all the time and I'll see where I'm blocked by several people, and I'll go on my account and I'll search like, have I ever, you can search like you're at and somebody else is at and see if there's ever been an interaction, and there hasn't. So I guess people just see things they disagree with and block them. This guy is a pussy because the only reason we found him was because he was going through Gracie Trotter's likes after she won her first ARCA race and bringing up that she had liked one of Trump's tweets.
Oh, he's one of the... Oh, that's person. What it was. That pisses me off even more. What kind of schmuck you gotta be to fucking do all that stupid shit and try to spark up... Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy and the horse he rode in on. Fuck that guy. I was just upset because...
I feel bad for that poor horse, actually.
Fuck both of them. Look.
That horse has some sore legs.
Fat jokes are fun.
I'm fat, I can say it.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
It's a term of endearment.
What pisses me off is that, like, I feel like I'm a nice guy. Why you're a fucking, like, I just think you're a schmuck if you just, if that's your end result, you just, like, that's what it comes to, is just a block. And that's it. Like,
that one kid who blocked, like, me, you, and significant portions of our followings because he was mad. He was mad at one of us. I think it was me. About...
It's probably you.
Yeah, most likely me. And it wasn't like I didn't say anything really controversial. Like, I tweeted like a gif of a fight, a NASCAR fight or something, and he just said that some other guy started it that wasn't involved. People called him out on it, and then he basically went on a huge rant about how me and my following and you and your people, because you would like the tweet or something. I don't know. He blocked all of us. I forget his name. He had like 8 followers and it never went up. And then there's this other guy. There's a lot of kids like this. I don't know if you ever saw him. He was trying to be like a parody reporter, and he for a while was tweeting at me like once a day, calling me a dumbass and stuff. And like every day I'd see it and I wouldn't respond. And when he was approaching 1 year on his Twitter account being made, I finally responded because he had like 12 followers. I was like, dude, obviously this isn't working, buddy. You've been doing this for almost a year and only 12 people have said, hey, I want to follow this guy. Maybe it's time you try a different bit. And then he finally blocked me. But yeah, I wish there's a way to see how many people you're blocked by, because I've got to be approaching at least 50. And I don't block anybody.
Yeah, I don't either, because I'm not a schmuck. But here's the thing. I'm not blocked by very many people. And honestly, I could probably name the list of Adam Alexander, Bowling Ball Buddy, Brian Keselowski. But here's the thing.
I'm blocked by him too.
Yeah, that was the original one I remember, because I was just like, I had never interacted with Brian Keselowski in my life. I don't know what obviously I know who he is. I know what he's about, but I don't really know. I never,
because of the iRacing thing, remember?
Yeah.
He had compared iRacers to school shooters, which, to be fair, the way people were acting about what he said, the guy wasn't that far off from the truth. All I did was give him the stuffed poop thing on Twitter, and he blocked me for it. But yeah, I remember I think Rusty got blocked.
Everybody.
If you block Rusty Walrus, you've got something wrong with you. Because Rusty's the nicest guy in the world.
He really is. That's the point I'm trying to make though, is like, I don't like fucking, that's what the fucking problem is here with the whole social. That is the problem. You talked about it with Bowling Ball Buddy. He went into whoever's likes trying to stir up some. This is the problem, is that people see one or two things that they maybe don't agree with, and it just ruins the whole fucking thing. Especially when you go off into somebody's likes. If you go off into somebody's likes, all right, they like this, they like that, whatever. But it's like, you realize how much more there is than just what the fuck they like on Twitter or whatever else. That's what the fucking problem is with everything right now. Fucking, what the fuck is wrong with people, man? It's so fucking stupid. And I'm just here minding my own business, and I just left and right, man. People are fucking blocking me and this and shit, and it's just, I don't know how many times we've had those like threads where like somebody discovered they were blocked by this guy, and then everybody just piles on, and we're like, yeah, I'm blocked too. It's like, I don't get it.
No, yeah.
If that makes their lives better, fucking great. But I think you're a schmuck for it. I do. Boo fucking who? You know, whatever. I don't know.
And when I say I'm blocked by like 50 people, I'd say the majority of those are people I've discovered that I've never had an interaction with. It's just they've, I guess, seen something or lumped me into a group and blocked me. So I don't get it. I miss the days when NASCAR Twitter, it's always been toxic, but I miss the days of it being all like racing toxic and not scrolling through people's likes and just going through Haley Deegan's TikToks and being mad or whatever has been the case here lately. Which she wrestled some jimmies with her newest TikTok.
People need to get a fucking life, man. Go fucking smell the roses or something. Go fucking smell a tree. I don't know. Fucking go outside. It's really nice out, actually. It's really fucking windy, but fucking go outside.
Or don't take everything so serious. Like, I don't know, man. I wish people, if you're gonna be upset, meme shit. I like memes.
That's
you know
what I
mean?
did to fucking Adam Alexander. I was like, he said something stupid on national television, and I tweeted joking about it, and he blocked me. What kind of schmuck you gotta be to fucking make an ass out of yourself as a professional commentator, and then not even have the fucking anything to laugh about it? Fuck you, Adam Alexander. That's all I got to say about that. Can we go on to the next fucking thing? Oh, it brings us to the mailbag.
Yeah, the mailbag, and it is a meaty mailbag. The mailbag. We might need a new mailbag after this one. I think it's starting to bust.
Oh
man, I'm about to bust. All right, askmoonhead@gmail.com. Dear Slayer writes our first question. Hello, Travis and Cozy. How y'all doing? What is y'all's favorite track and car combination in iRacing?
Oh, we already did this question. Go to the next one.
Did we?
Yes, go to the next one. Damn it.
When?
The fucking we gotta start screening the fucking questions.
I do screen them.
What?
I don't remember answering this.
How do you do the mailbag every single week and you don't remember the damn questions?
I don't, because I don't pay attention to half of them.
Oh, that's exciting. All right.
Oh, dude, we literally probably, I could count, I don't know.
Mine was Martinsville Trucks. Yours was, I don't fucking know.
It was probably Martinsville or Phoenix or Richmond or something. Yeah, to be honest, like probably a short track. All right, well, never mind. Fuck you, Dear Slayer, apparently. I mean, I like you, but Cozy doesn't. Chris Constantino writes, Yo, Travis and Cozy, I'm going to start with an easier question. I never got the chance to play NASCAR Thunder 2004. Would you recommend if I get it on PlayStation or PlayStation 2? Now the meaty question. What are your guys' plans for the podcast once the current NASCAR season is over? Are y'all still going to do the podcast during the offseason? Love the podcast and the vids. Hate the package.
Hell yeah, brother. What was the first? I didn't get a chance to play NASCAR. Dude, the game's been out for like 16 years, brother. What you been doing?
He's been busy. And he wants to know if he should get it on PlayStation or PlayStation 2. I'd say PlayStation 2.
Yeah, PS2.
Just because it's newer.
Or
if you have the ability,
get
an emulator. If you have the ability and you could play it. Make it look real nice.
Yeah, what I do is kind of in the middle. I got like this converter that upscales it a little bit to HDMI and shit, and you can it looks a little better. It's
I doubt the guy has a studio at his disposal.
It's not you got it's just a
if the dude hasn't had a chance to play NASCAR Thunder 2004 yet, he's probably not here with an advanced setup. He's probably been out here.
It's a converter. You can buy it on Amazon for $10. You plug it in the thing, and then you plug it in the thing, and then that's it.
And then plans for the podcast in the off season. We have plans. We don't know what exactly we're gonna do.
We don't have plans, but we have ideas. That's
ideas, yeah. But what is the consensus is that we're gonna keep going with it. It's not just gonna die.
The show must go on. The shows might be a little bit less, but we're both good at talking, so we'll figure it out. And we got some ideas on top of it. So
yeah. Matt writes, "Hello guys, I was wondering, do you guys think that a famous NASCAR IndyCar driver could move to F1, almost like Jimmy did with IndyCar? If so, who and what team would they join? Thanks for reading. Have a nice day." I'll let you answer that one because I don't have a clue.
No, not many of them. I mean, what was it? IndyCar, NASCAR? No.
Yeah, I mean, it's all. I don't know that F1 guy. Like, I get sick of this because people call certain people the greatest driver in the world, but we don't know who the greatest driver in the world is, really. When you get the greatest driver in the world could be at my local dirt track and we wouldn't know it. It's just, if we want to start looking at that, it'd have to be somebody like fucking, I wouldn't even say AJ Foyt because he didn't do everything, but he was pretty good. Juan Pablo won in about everything he did. You know what I mean? But people don't want to call him the great because he wrecked all the time in NASCAR. So
yeah, there's plenty. I'm sure there's like a Kyle Busch who could probably make it work, but I mean, if we're being realistic, there's just so much competition over there in the formulas, man. It just probably wouldn't work out.
Colton Brown writes, "Hello, I was wondering what your guys' favorite racing movie, Growing." I think he means growing up. And Cozy, what is your favorite simulator wheel or recommendation for simulator racing setups? Love the podcast. Keep up the good work. All right, I'll go fuck myself since my wheel opinion don't matter. Cozy, what wheel do you recommend?
Well, right now I have the Fanatec, whatever the cheapest wheelbase is, the V1 something or other. I've had it on Calibrate, so buy at your own risk. Although it hasn't happened in a long time, but it has happened before, so better than G920 for sure. The shifter they fucking sent me for NASCAR Heat, I had to take it. Did I tell you about that? Can I go on a rant real quick about this fucking shifter? Did I tell you how I fixed it?
Yeah, you told me. But
okay, I'm gonna tell you. I went on a little rant during NASCAR Heat, and I have the worst technology with just luck with any of it. All right, and I don't understand how I just keep on constantly getting things. It's just something's fucking wrong with them. I bought the bunch of shit at Fanatec in like January, and then they were like, a couple months later, NASCAR Heat's coming out. They're like, hey, we want to send you this stuff for NASCAR Heat 5 so you can show it off and whatever. So they sent me the wheel rim, they sent me this shifter, which I didn't have a shifter, which is like, fuck yeah, they're sending me this free shifter. I didn't have to buy it. I'm super fucking excited. I've always wanted a shifter because I hadn't had one in years. I duct tape it to my fucking... That's what I get for duct taping this thing, because I don't have any mounting holes in this little thing. Anyways, long story short, it worked for like a month. And then all of a sudden, it just decided that it was going to start playing Russian roulette every time I fucking shifted. So I would like... it would pick up like fourth gear as second. I would shift it into fourth, but it would pick it up as second, and it would grenade my motors left and right. And I was like, I just had to switch back to the pounds because it did fucking work. And I'm like, how the fuck I don't even know how I would even begin to fix that. Luckily, somebody sent me a video, and it's the stupidest fucking thing. Not only because was it an older video with an older model of the shifter, but like, what the fuck? Not like, how the fuck do they make a newer version of the shifter and not fix the fucking issue? Second off, it's an easy fucking fix too. There's two circuit boards. One that picks up part of the shifts and one that picks up the others. One of those circuit boards has electrical tape underneath of it. Guess what the other one doesn't have underneath of it? Fucking electrical tape. Why the fuck doesn't it have electrical tape underneath of it? I don't know, because Fanatec's fucking stupid? Apparently. All it took. 4 little bolts. Take off the little circuit board, put some electrical tape down, poke some holes, put the fucking screws back in the holes, and then you put it all back together, and all of a sudden it just doesn't ground out anymore, and it does the right shifts. How hard was that? How could they not manufacture that right? Fucking ignorant. It's 2020. What are we doing? I don't understand it. Why doesn't shit work? I don't understand. I think
you just have bad luck, because it seems like every time you buy something, you complain about it, something like breaking.
It just fucking shit doesn't work. Like, this wasn't even broken. It was just built stupid.
I never have shit break or malfunction as much as you do.
What the fuck do I got to do, man? What do I got to do?
I don't know. I'm just saying you have terrible luck with it, obviously, because, like, every once in a while I'll have something and it's defective and I'll send it back, or it was just a hunk of shit to begin with. But, like, it seems like every time you get something, it breaks or something's wrong with it. I don't understand.
Dude, it's fucking everything, man. Microsoft Flight Sim still doesn't fucking work for me. When I bought that new GoPro before I went to Bristol, that had a fucking new codec or something, and I spent all night trying to figure out how to fucking get that to work with my Sony Vegas, to the point where I had to get a new version of Sony Vegas when I got home, and when I downloaded that didn't fucking work, and I had to fix it a bunch of fucking times. Nothing ever fucking works for me. It makes me want to kill myself, and be 100% honest with you. I just want shit to work. That's all I want. It's just no excuses. 2020, build things that fucking work. I want to build my own sim. Maybe one day I'll build my own sim stuff, like my own wheels, my own shifters. And I guarantee you they'll work. They'll just work.
Yeah, okay. We didn't even answer his question though, about the movie. My favorite racing movie growing up. When I was a kid, Cars was probably. But.
Yeah, Cars, because that's what I grew up with. And then they fucking shat all over the series with the second movie, and then they kind of redeemed themselves with the third one. But that first Cars movie, that was like OG.
See, I don't know that I've seen parts of 2, and I don't think I've ever even seen a part of 3. I've never really watched them all the way through.
3 was alright. I don't know what the fuck some dumb motherfuckers got in charge of Cars 2. But Cars 1, man, that's a classic now these days. But to this day, I'm still not really big into racing movies, because like they usually just kind of suck. You know what I mean? Like the Ford versus Ferrari one was really good, but then it still had its like where they try to pass off Daytona as Auto Club, and it just kind of ruins the whole thing. The other way around, I guess. They filmed it at Auto Club, and they're trying to pass it off as Daytona. It's not.
All right, Vince Lewis writes, Yo, Cozy and Travis, what's poppin'? Big fan of the show, listen every week, but this a little more of a question for Cozy. It's okay, Travis, I still love you too. Anyways, Cozy, I think of myself as kind of an OG. I was a fan. Oh, he better not ask for free stuff. That's usually when they start with I'm an OG, they ask for some sort of perk. Let's see how he does here through this question. I didn't screen this one. I was a fan from back in the TBT diecast review days. I loved when you would show off all the cool-ass diecasts and autographs and shit you'd get in a weekend in your, quote, stuff I got at Indy, end quote, videos. And don't forget those yearly diecast updates. Any chance we could get another look at your collection anytime soon? Second question for Cozy.
No.
Back in the day, you had your WinVal Sports channel. You did a Redskins franchise. It didn't make it past like
Washington football team, formerly known as, but Washington football team franchise.
This email does not reflect this podcast, folks. Right. You did a Washington football team inclusive game franchise mode and didn't make it past like half a season. Any chance we could get some Madden or 2K content anytime soon or ever? Anyways, love y'all, and your show definitely fucks. Hugs and tickles. All
right.
That's a testimonial. We're gonna use that one.
That was really good. That was a great ending. All right, the diecast stuff. Let me tell you something. I really don't collect anymore. I do every once. I just all I get is diecasts of the races that I go to. I went to a handful this year. I got I'll get the Blaney Talladega win. I probably won't. I'm kind of. It's kind of awkward because I was there for the Indy stuff, and but I wasn't allowed at the track, with the 500 and the 400 and stuff. So I don't know if I'm gonna pick up the winners for that stuff. But to be honest with you, no, because I try to just like transition completely away from it. That way, people would just quit fucking asking me about it, because that's really at this point, like, I'm just annoyed with the whole thing now. It was fun. I enjoyed it, but it was like I kind of moved on because like just Lionel just through collecting and basically the whole it's just all of it just went down the shitter with Lionel. Just the whole collecting and the cars themselves and all that stuff. At least to me, and it's just not really fun anymore for me. So that's why I don't do it, and that's why I'm just trying to get the fuck away from it, so people quit asking me about it. I don't plan on showing off my collection. I've most of it's pretty much still the same. I've got a bunch of shit laying around. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but still a lot of really cool stuff I've got that I've collected over the years. And the other question, the WinVal Sports, that was really when I kind of started. I was like, yeah, I want to do YouTube for a living, and I tried stuff. That was kind of inspiration from my good friend I'm Maverick Dion. He was he helped me out a lot with YouTube and kind of looking at it a different way and just trying to be smarter with it. More or less, it was just an experiment. I play sports games. I've always played sports games. Love sports games. Madden's great. Actually, no, Madden's really trash. I didn't buy the new Madden. So you won't see any of that, and you won't see any 2K. I still play 2K. Here's the thing with it though. It's like that's like my free time. I don't got time. That's the fucking answer to the question. Everybody fucking like I play anything. Everybody wants me to do a series on it, and I don't got time. I barely have time for the shit I do now, man. I just like my time management is fucking awful. It really is. It needs to get better. Yeah, that's all my free time stuff now. Unfortunately, I can't do a series on everything. I wish I could. I'd be making a lot of money, but maybe if I make enough money, I'll hire Preet and he'll edit half of the stuff. That way, I can have 3 channels and play 80 games at once, but yeah, maybe one day.
Hey, we got some breaking news.
Oh, sweet.
Steve O'Donnell, or is it O'Donnell? It's O'Donnell.
I think it's O'Donnell.
Yeah, Steve O'Donnell. I try to avoid him. Indicates 2021 weekends will be a combination. New tracks and configurations plus Daytona 500, Coke 600, and Phoenix Championship will have practice and qualifying. Other tracks will be one-day shows with some extra fan elements. So that answers our question from earlier.
Okay, well,
step in the right direction. I can handle that.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do for extra, because I don't want to go off track and start a whole nother segment, but just like going to Martinsville, we talked about it before, practice qualifying. It's a fun time, you're there for the weekend, you get to watch cars on track, it's a good time. To not have that would kind of stink, but yeah, for some of the big races, I'm cool with that, I guess. Well, whatever. What the fuck else are we going to do?
Yeah, we can't change it. Us saying it on the podcast ain't going to change it, so I guess we got to deal with it. Colin plays right. Why did Cozy become a Starcom fan, and why did you become a BJ fan? We've answered the Starcom one, but I've never really answered the BJ one. My favorite driver said the N-word. Ryan Blaney's spotter is an asshole. So I was like, I want to find somebody I know I can just respect, and BJ McLeod was the man.
I want a Starcom t-shirt giveaway. That was mine.
I still like Blaney. It's just I find myself rooting against him because I hate his spotters guts. M&M Cup Series writes, hey guys, not a question, but I just wanted to say thanks for the great podcast. I always listen to it when I'm filming my stop motions for NASCAR. You guys never bring negativity to NASCAR unless it's warranted. You aren't negative for the sake of being negative. I really appreciate that. That's the whole goal here.
Yeah, this one thing I want to make clear is that most of the time, especially even when we're negative, like we're a lot of times we're not usually like I was saying fuck Adam Alexander, like that's kind of like in a joking manner. I don't want to get that confused. This is more of like a good entertainment kind of podcast, like a like shooting the shit. That's good vibes only. Really, we're just sticking around, man. We're trying to get some people to laugh and.
As I just said, fuck Ryan Blaney's spotter.
Yeah.
I hate his guts. You're over here. We don't hate anybody. Good vibes only.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, William Tyler writes, howdy, y'all. As someone with limited knowledge about IndyCar and F1, hey, buddy, me too. I was wondering why I never hear IndyCar or F1 fans complain about track/aero packages as much as NASCAR fans do. I know IndyCar has about 3 fans in total, but I feel as though I never hear IndyCar or F1 fans complain as much. Secondly, what music have y'all been listening to recently? Thanks for the great content, guys. P.S. I believe I've heard Travis talk about being in college recently. If so, what are you studying? I'm not studying much of anything. I just kind of show up. I'm majoring in communications right now, if that makes... I guess that's what you wanted to know. But I'm just in I'm buying time more than anything because I still don't know what the fuck I want to do with my life. And it's an easy way to buy time. Just pay thousands of dollars to people to not really teach you anything. Cozy, I'll let you tackle the F1 IndyCar stuff because I don't know why they don't complain. I think that they've just accepted that their racing's always going to suck. That'd be my answer. NASCAR fans are still holding on to hope, but maybe you have a better answer.
Well, I mean, IndyCar fans have been complaining, and I did see that they're already looking to test out some new adjustments to make the IndyCar racing better because it's been big poo, especially at the ovals. I don't have the IndyCar track schedule for next year, but not looking good. There's not a lot of ovals, and anytime you have two races at the IndyCar IMS road course, not good. But yeah, IndyCar just doesn't have a lot of fans, period. And the IndyCar fans that are out there, it's hard to gauge. But obviously, there's a lot of them that just they just don't complain, whatever. But there's just, I mean, it comes with anything. If nothing's entertaining, then people are going to complain. F1 though is just a whole nother thing because F1 they give a shit, but it's like it's F1. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing anybody can really say that's going to like, you know what I mean? Like IndyCar, especially NASCAR, like they change a lot of stuff based off of fans and stuff like that, and just F1 just. Not that they just don't give a shit, but it's F1. You know what I mean? They do their own shit the way they see fit. Obviously, they do listen, and they'll change stuff around here and there. Especially, they talked about bringing the heats back, which I'm really interested in, and I hope they do because like holy shit, that'd be great. But yeah, I don't know. It's just especially when you're like IndyCar and NASCAR. You know what I mean? When you're like struggling, especially IndyCar, NASCAR too, but I think they're kind of pulling out of it. They just want to make the fans happy because they don't want to lose them. That's really that. F1 has no problem with that whatsoever. So, they just kind of truck on, but certainly they want to make their fans happy as well. So.
All right. Fuck. Okay. Jeff Nooney wrote, and Jeff was actually talking on Twitter to me about this, so I'm interested to see what he has to say. Hello, friends. Just dreaming a bit here, as I know it'll never happen, but here's my idea to fix the All-Star race, and I'd like your thoughts. And what would be your way of fixing the All-Star race? You don't have to read mine aloud, just more curious as to what y'all think. Throw out the rule book, let teams bring whatever Frankenstein car they want to bring to Texas. Just let them go. Bump it up to $2 million first to gain more interest among teams, give them free reign just for one night. The story of the T-Rex car fascinates me, and I'm curious to see what teams could do. Thanks for reading. Have a great week, Nooney. For Texas, I absolutely agree. I think that would be a cool way to do. Obviously, they'd have to still do some sort of tech inspection for safety reasons. I wouldn't want people cutting corners there. But yeah, I'd love to see looser rules for an all-star race because at the end of the day, if you're in the all-star race, unless it's a situation where like a Justin Haley or Chris Buescher that one year or somebody stupid wins at Talladega or Daytona, you're probably going to have the best of the best there, and they're going to be able to have the funding to throw out a car. The only flaw I see with that is bumping up the purse to $2 million. I'm fine with that if they can get sponsorship to do so. I'm sure if they could get sponsorship, they'd make the All-Star race $1 billion to win. But you know what I mean? It's a lot harder to find sponsors. But I'm sure $2 million is something they could do, and I think that it could make Texas pretty cool. I think it'd be cool to see them fucking with like spoilers and stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe have guys who have a ton of downforce and are fast through the corners, and I don't know. I think it'd be cool to see. I had an idea for an all-star weekend at Charlotte, I said, which I know would be too expensive and would never happen. I think it'd be cool to see them go to Charlotte, use the dirt track, the drag strip, the Roval, Legends Oval, and the Oval.
Oh, my God.
Or maybe not all five, but do a bunch of combinations. Could you imagine drag racing? Dude,
yeah.
Could you imagine like a drag racing tournament for cup cars? That'd be fucking awesome.
That would be cool for like an all-star weekend, like exhibition kind of like, yeah.
That's what I mean. So like, it doesn't all have to be like my original idea was do all that and do like some sort of point system for the weekend, and then you have like the all-star champion. But the more I thought about it, do the all-star race on the oval or whatever, but make a whole fucking week or weekend out of it and bring trucks, Xfinity, all that. Do a pit crew challenge. Do the crew chief race on the Legends Oval like they used to do. Drag race. Fuck it. The people who aren't in the all-star race, let them drag race. Do a dirt race for the trucks all-star race. Do a fucking road course Xfinity All-Star race or something. Do a multi-class Roval race. Everybody wants to see that. Whatever. Just try a bunch of shit. And I think it'd be cool. Even if the main Oval All-Star race sucked, it'd still be a cool weekend. It'd be a hell of a weekend. I would be more inclined to go.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. If anybody's gonna do it, I think Texas would be a good spot. Obviously, the track sucks, but like Texas is the place. I would imagine that's a good facility. They could try a lot of horse shit there. Fuck it, take the cars, go backwards, do a right hand oval. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For an all-star, like. The possibilities are endless. It's just it's as far as NASCAR wants to go or can go. The thing with the Frankenstein thing would just be the safety thing, because then that would be the biggest problem, is that they probably just wouldn't be able to do it just for safety reasons. You'd have to have some sort of standard template to make sure that the guys are safe. But I'd like to see them loosen some of this stuff, change the spoiler angle, whatever, stuff like that. It's the All-Star race. You want something different. And especially, it'd be great to just have like that All-Star weekend back again, man. I feel like that's because you see it with everything else, man. Not to compare it to like other sports, but like NBA does a great All-Star weekend, MLB, all that stuff, man. The Pro Bowl and all that horse shit. I mean, it's something too. But point I'm trying to make is that fucking the All-Star race, the All-Star weekend used to be cool for NASCAR. It's not anymore. Why is it not cool? I don't know. Ask NASCAR. But it should be cool again. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't be or why it couldn't be. So like, what the fuck are we doing here, NASCAR? Let it rip.
All right, only a few more. I told you it was meaty, and like I said, I actually screened them this week. Chris Overland, Coke Series driver, writes, "Hey, big fan of the show. I have a question for Cozy.
Uh-oh.
The fuck. Thanks."
Oh.
So, yeah, that's Chris's question.
Chris.
Brett Knutson or Knutson, I don't know. Hi, Travis and Cozy. I want to know who is your favorite iRacing teammate and favorite iRacing league you've raced in. I mean, me and Cozy, I would we be teammates? I guess I'd say Cozy's probably my favorite.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you don't feel the same way, that's cool.
I was just trying to think. I never really did the whole teammate gig. I mean, technically we're teammates, but we always just kind of race together. But,
I mean, that's the way as far as like ever really calling ourselves a team, I guess in Cesaro we did it, but we weren't even teammates then.
Yeah, me and Preet were all-star teammates and team champions in Cesaro. Should have been driver champions too for one of us, but shit happens. But
I guess we could. I don't know. I'd say Cozy or Spider was fun in Barstool.
Yeah, he was a great teammate. He set some picks for me and moved some people out of the way. He was a great teammate.
Yes, Spider's my favorite teammate because Spider will wreck somebody for you.
It is true.
Trevor Duncanson writes, first-time listener, long-time messenger. That's pretty funny. I just caught that. I didn't catch that when I was reading them to begin with. First-time listener, long-time messenger. That's funny. I was wondering your thoughts on the chances of Hailie Deegan to make it to the Truck Series by 2022. Is she the next best female driver, or does her family name overhype her skill? Also, Cozy, have you ever thought about streaming an F1 season on Twitch? Huge fan of both of you guys. Hope I get the chance to meet you at a race down the road. Thanks bunches. I'll answer that. Cozy will never stream an F1 season on Twitch. Right?
I can't stream any career mode for like 1,000,001 reasons. I know people just don't really think that far into it, but like there is legitimately a good 10, 15 reasons as to why I couldn't stream any career mode. But trust me, I'd love to. If I could, I would. But trust me, there's a reason why it doesn't happen and why nobody else does it either.
And then Hailie Deegan making it to trucks. I see it happening. I think she's got the money behind her. Yeah, I've said for a long time I thought she was overhyped. Next best female driver. I hate saying it because I really don't give a fuck if it's a woman or a man driving. They're a driver. As far as female drivers go, I'd say that she's statistically probably the best the NASCAR ladder has seen in my lifetime. Apparently Gracie Trotter's giving her a run for her money now. I don't really know. I don't care. I wish a woman would come in and actually do some good and not fucking make a mockery of women in racing so people just shut the fuck up about women in racing because I get sick of seeing it. I don't really give a fuck. So I don't know if she's overhyped. Maybe she is. Maybe she's not. I like the Deegan family, so I hope she does well.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, she's definitely overhyped, but that's just the way it is.
But it's not her fault. That's the thing.
It's not her fault.
I mean?
It's not, yeah,
and
I mean,
she said repeatedly she don't want to be looked at as just like, oh, you're good for a girl or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's why I want a girl to do good, so we can just shut the fuck up and move on about it.
Yeah, I'd like to see her do good. But I mean, I mean, at this point, with how big of a name she's got now, I would imagine that. I mean, the farther she goes up the ladder, I mean, I would imagine she probably still won't win enough for some people. So, but I hope she does well. I mean, that's all I really can say.
I saved the best question for last. What was your guys' favorite lunch served in school? I think mine's got to be those Mexican pizzas shaped like a hexagon. That's from old D. Higginbotham. And I love the response, the automated responses you can click.
Oh yeah.
The three are I don't know, sounds yummy, and yum. My favorite in high school, I went to private school 9th and 10th grade, and they like catered food. So that was a little different. And then 11th and 12th grade, when I went back to my old school system, I was able to actually leave school to eat, so I never really ate school food in high school. But through middle school, I liked because he's gonna laugh because I always say this, cheese sticks. They had cheese sticks there, but they only treated like 2 or 3 as an order, so I was always fucking doubling up and spending a bunch of lunch money. Sometimes I'd get like 9 of those things for lunch because they were little. And then middle school, they had really, really good chicken. I remember in like elementary school, food was better until Michelle Obama ruined
Michelle Obama.
I don't want to get political, but fuck Michelle Obama solely for what she did to my school lunches. God, as a growing Southern boy, when they started fucking with pizza day and all that, oh my God.
Oh man, that just it's funny because I
wasn't even fat back then too. God, it pisses me. I don't mean to cut you off, but it pisses me. I wasn't even fat back then, but I was a growing. We're bigger down here. We gotta eat. You know what I mean? And then they fucking come in and just dismantle our working system of feeding us. It was terrible. All right, I'll let you go ahead.
I always went to private school, and like Catholic school. So like, I was gonna say from kindergarten to 8th grade, that school was it's kind of a legend for having bad food because a lot of my family went there, like my mom, my grandma, and so they always had a lot of friends that went there. And it's funny, every time I'd talk to them or I'd talk to their friends, we'd always compare our stories of how the food was because it was always historically really bad. Michelle Obama didn't fix a fucking damn thing. They always had like this, oh God, like just like this canned green bean shit, and it was all disgusting just about. They had some like maybe a 4 out of 10 pizza. They had some gross ass like fish, something or other shaped like stars, and whatever else. Oh, it was all gross, really. High school was it was funny. The chef for the I don't call him chef, like the dude who handled everything, his name was Mr. Krabs.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I probably told you that at some point. He was a beast. His name was Mr. Krabs. Yeah. And he was really fucking good. I don't think I probably only had food like his food once or twice. That was the thing though. The food he always prepared was really fucking good. So everybody ate it, and it was just always such a mess to get in line and fucking you have to wait, the whole time to get your damn food. So I just always packed my lunch and just, sat down and fucking took my time and ate. But yeah, the other school though, holy shit, man. It was, dude, Catholic school food. Disgusting.
Yeah, see, that was I started packing my lunch because of Michelle Obama. Oh, God.
Yeah, I did that a lot too. PB&J, baby.
Jesus. Yeah. God, it was terrible.
They had good nachos, I think.
The big thing, too, middle school, I had looked forward to because Obama got elected when I was in like 4th grade, but all this bullshit with the school lunches didn't start until, a year or two in. So I was heading to middle school, and like there was talk about them actually having like vending machines in the lunchroom where you could get like a Coke with your lunch or something. And I was fucking pumped. And then they got rid of all that. And then, like, well, if you wanted to get, like, Cheez-Its or something, it had to be the fat kid reduced fat Cheez-Its or the reduced fat Cheetos or the baked Cheetos, for Christ's sake. And those were actually pretty good. But still, we couldn't eat real, good, solid, not communist food. It was awful. It ruined it. But the chicken and the cheese sticks were good. All right, that's going to do it for the mailbag. Sorry, I got passionate. But yeah, school lunches, man. School lunches. I tell you what.
We yeah, that's right. I guess we did the Clash last Wednesday as the podcast went out, or it was actually after that. Yeah, we I guess you want to talk a little bit about that. My race wasn't really worth a shit. I think you had a more eventful race than I did.
Dude, yeah, I fucking had a great race. Well, not a great race, but I did way better than I thought I would. The California Clash, brought to you by, I guess, Eric Estep and Podium Esports or whatever. I had one hell of a time. We, I guess, where'd you finish? Like 10th?
10th, yeah.
Yeah. I qualified like 28th or something. Did terrible. It was actually able to get to the top 10. Chandler Parsons followed me up there. Good Twitch streamer. Both of us had talked before the race. Neither one of us were confident. We both drove up to the top 10. I spun out in front of him. He hit me, went head on into the wall, ended his night, and I went to the back. And I was able to drive back up to the top 10. And then there was another caution as I was up there at the top 10. And everybody decided to pit, but me and Anthony Alfredo stayed out. I got to run second and spend like a lap and a half battling with him, Casey Kerwin, Derek Justice, and some other people who were way better than me. And then I fell back a little bit. I actually fucked myself on another restart, cut across somebody's nose, ended up through the grass. Followed Malik Ray back up inside the top 20, got wrecked, went to the back again, got my reset, and then was following Malik again, I believe, because we were in the same wreck, and we both got collected in a wreck again. And that ended my night. But I was proud of myself. I don't do a whole lot of racing, and to be up there and to honestly, the second place was kind of manufactured because I stayed out. But driving up to the top 10 in that field, I was pretty proud of myself for that one. So I just wanted to give myself a pat on the back.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I wanted to thank everybody that came out to my Twitch stream. I was surprised. I would imagine I didn't get a chance to see what everybody else was and who else was streaming, but they had a lot of streamers, and I was up there. I don't know how I compared to everybody else, but we peaked well over 300. So naturally, that was the biggest Twitch stream I've ever had since I switched. So I really appreciate it, and everybody who tunes into the streams, man. I'd like to eventually get to partner whenever the fuck they'll let me do that. So that basically involves you guys coming out to Twitch streams and helping out them numbers. I don't really give a fuck about being partner. I just want to get more emote slots because I got some in the works. Yeah, hopefully when I get some more emotes done, it'll be in time so I get some more emote slots and shit. But right now we're locked at 5 and it kind of stinks. But yeah, thanks everybody who tuned in, and it was a good time. I wanted to win, but I never really got. I got fucking. It was like 8 laps in. Some dude I was just trying to pass me and sent it in too deep and got me in my left rear and wrecked me early on, and that was it. But I got my reset and I came back up through the field, but it took me all damn race. About caught up in 5 incidents coming up through there, but fucking Trevor Perry overcorrected.
Oh God, poor Trevor, man. That was bad.
If y'all need a good chuckle, go to my Twitch page, go to my clips, and it should be in there somewhere. Trevor Oop or whatever I called it, and he had a really nice overcorrect and almost killed me. He definitely died a lot in that one. That was that's one of the best overcorrects I've ever seen. Yeah,
it was a bad one.
All in all, good event.
That's why I spun, because I think I was telling you about it after the race. I had so much wheel in it, it kind of clicked as I was sideways. Like, man, if this thing grips up, I'm about to make an ass out of myself. And I took some wheel out of it, and then she finally went around. I'm excited. They're doing another one, and I know I'm not going to get another I didn't get an invite, so I know I'm not going to get an invite. So I've already paid and signed up, but apparently they're in hot water because they've upped the entry fee and basically admitted they announced the event before they had sponsorship, so it's like a $20 entry fee. If they fill signups up, they're gonna make like $3,000 or something, and they're saying like $200 to win or $300 to win or whatever, and they just said that they wanted to pay themselves for putting the event on. And then they came back and said that, don't worry, the purse will go up if we get a sponsor. So, I mean, the event organizer, first of all, I signed up, so I'm not mad. I don't see how anybody can be mad. If you're mad, just don't sign up. But the event organizer in me, I don't know why you wouldn't get your sponsor, make your purse with the sponsor, or make your purse with the entry fees and pay your staff with the sponsor. I don't know why they didn't go that route, but it looks like the entry list is kind of diminishing. So hopefully they get some entries or something, or they just keep it with like 10 of us and I'll win it. Either way, I'm happy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna save my $20 for now, but I really don't like qualifying my way into big events. That Vargas race at Richmond kind of ruined it for me because that was terrifying. I'll tell you that. It was great to make the show, but man, it's I'm not good in high stress situations, and not a I'll just pass. I'll save my $20 and take it to Taco Bell or something. But I'll crew you though. I'll
yeah,
that'll be a good time.
Work.
All right, let's see.
Oh yeah, speaking of winning shit. So we talked about our teammate Spider earlier. He works for Barstool. He's been the office manager at Barstool for like 2.5 years now, I think. Good guy, works his ass off. Nicest guy in the world. Really, really nice guy. And he was out in Philly at the new Barstool gambling mansion thing, whatever they're calling it. They do live streams where they place their bets and they just watch games and see how much money they win or lose. Well, Dave Portnoy, the head guy over at Barstool, made a bet. Basically, let Spider do a pick, and he was going to let Spider do a no-risk bet. So basically, Dave was going to do all the money stuff, and Spider would keep winnings if there were any. So Spider, being Spider, bet the under on the Buccaneers and Broncos game. And I forget what the score was going into halftime, but it was not looking good for old Spider. But in the second half, there were only 5 points scored total, and Spider won $10,000 and proceeded to have the greatest celebration of all time. And he originally was going to try to do double or nothing, but he talked himself out of it, luckily.
Yeah, smart guy.
So he's $10,000 richer. So I'm proud of Spider. I'm happy for Spider. And the video of him going nuts is my favorite video ever, because he ended it with Barstool Sportsbook. We're going to make $1 billion, which I don't think he was going to make $1 billion that day, but at the time he thought he had the chance. So.
Good for him though. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I don't do any sports betting or anything, but I'm entertained by the content of it. I feel like I would lose my ass because I have on like DraftKings and shit, just doing lineups.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Gambling and betting and all that is way in the future for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it at like a $10 a week FanDuel for some, football or whatever, and that's about it. Nothing more from me. I'll just go downhill from there. I actually tried NASCAR this week. Didn't win, but like the NASCAR ones are pretty good though, because they're I did it on FanDuel. They're only like a quarter or whatever, 50 cents to enter.
Yeah,
so, wasn't too bad, but I was looking pretty good, and then I wasn't. So Tyler Reddick is what killed me. He was one of my picks, and he died. So it just went downhill from there. But yeah, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Yeah,
you will have that in auto racing. Yeah, sorry. I guess I kind of hogged the outline this week with.
Oh, that's good. I'm tired of fucking carrying it.
But the other day, I just need to vent about something. I was driving down the highway, not 3 minutes from my home, and this raggedy ass SUV was in front of me, and there was this kid in like the back seat, and he started doing like gun motions, like with his fingers, and I'm like, I don't care. But he was like directly pointing at me and doing the little shoot thing. And like he was even doing recoil. Like he was shooting me. So I was in a dilemma. It's like, do I follow him home and drop kick the 7-year-old? What do? Do I finger gun back? You know what I mean? Like, he's testing me. What do? Do I just get punked by a 7-year-old? And fast forwarding ahead, I just got punked by a 7-year-old. So this 7-year-old probably went to school. It was like, yeah, I shot a dude yesterday driving down Highway 27, and yeah, it bothered me. Like, what if some crazy person had a gun and they shot the kid? You know what I mean? Parenting. my parents would have beat the shit out of me if I did that.
You think?
Oh, I don't think. I know.
What's so bad about that? He's just having a good time.
Finger guns. That's a good way to get killed. That's a good way to get. If I had a Nerf gun and pointed it out the window at somebody, the Nerf gun would have been gone, and so would about 6 inches of my ass skin. Okay, because my parents would not have tolerated it.
All right. Well, if you're bringing a Nerf gun in the equation, I remember me and my buddy did that once. You know where I live, so there's that bend up there, and we were in the back of a truck and we were shooting Nerf darts at cars that were coming by. That was a good time.
I was in my front yard one time and my dad got home, and I threw I threw a wiffle ball up and hit it with a bat, and I was trying to hit it at his truck, but not hit the truck.
Oh, jeez.
Sure enough, it hit the truck. He didn't even make it all the way up the driveway before he got out of the truck and whipped me in the front yard. I don't know if could you talk about spankings anymore? Is that
sure?
Is it still legal?
I mean,
that's the problem with Twitter. Remember we were talking about that? Parents didn't kick their asses enough.
Yeah, I think that's I mean,
I'm not saying you have to hit your kids, but I will say that there are times where it probably helps, and I'm speaking from experience.
Yeah, I'm just saying. We've had this conversation before.
Oh yeah, the 24. Yeah.
Yeah, I only got hit around a couple of times, but it's like, man, sometimes like I wasn't a bad kid. Everybody has their moments, but it's like sometimes even if you're a bad kid or not, you just get shit beat out of you a couple times, once or twice, just to set you straight and kind of clear your mind and kind of get you back on the path.
Humble you. You gotta humble them. Yeah, and
humbling.
that's the thing. Like, maybe it would be a bad idea to just have a timer where, like, every day 1:30, Junior gets a whipping. You know what I mean? What did I do? Oh, it's 1:30. And just keep them humble. I don't know. Certain kids that'd probably work for. I think it saved me because, I mean, you know me, I already have a mouth on me. Yeah. If I didn't know that physical retaliation was a thing, I'd probably be dead by now. So I credit my parents really with my life for not being afraid to whoop out the belt or the paddle or that god awful wind resistant or not wind resistant, the aerodynamic paddle, the one with the holes in it.
Yeah.
Oh god. That's the thing. A paddle is a big piece of wood, so it hurts. It smacks you on the ass. But the wind's in your factor, like on your side. The wind's a factor, so like they come swinging it. They can't really swing the hell out of it because there's wind resistance. When they drilled holes in that thing, I don't know what sick son of a bitch dreamed that one up. But good God, the only thing worse than that was the belt. The belt was awful. The belt, because it would wrap around you, and if you squirmed, all you were gonna do was get it on the back or on your knees. So you better just man up and take it on the ass while you could. Oh, it was terrible. I finally stopped getting whippings when I learned the pivot. So for any young listeners out there, if you're getting a whipping, you probably deserve it. Listen to your parents, but if it hurts, do the pivot. I wish we were a video podcast so I could demonstrate. Basically, imagine the belt is almost to your ass. I want you to start moving forward with your hips. We'll use inertia and the energy, the momentum. You'll move with the belt. So the belt will make contact with you. And it'll hurt a little bit. But as long as you keep your hips going at the same speed as the belt or the paddle or whatever, it doesn't hurt as bad. Once I learned that, that's when grounding started. Because I was old enough to have privileges taken away. I didn't just have to get my ass whipped.
You know what we need? We need a instructional video. We'll film one of those, and you can put it together. We can use it as commercials or transitional videos, and
it worked. Once you learn the pivot, I don't even know if it's really a pivot, but you move your hips with it, and it's like a pelvic thrust.
Oh,
Yeah, but you're not humping.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Right,
why is Dylan's wife a bitch?
I did not say that. That's not what I wrote on the outline.
No, that's definitely not what you wrote.
God almighty.
We can blurb that out.
Yeah, we might need to. She picked up an endangered turtle. She picked up an endangered turtle because it looked like it had 3s on its shell. And everybody was saying, like, hey, leave it. It was an eastern box turtle, and they're threatened species. Basically, if you're trying to help a turtle across the road, a turtle is a stubborn animal. They have an idea where they're trying to go. So if a turtle's crossing the road, you can help it across the road, but help it across the road. Don't put it somewhere else because it'll just wander back out in the road and get run over. She kidnapped this turtle, essentially, and it's endangered. I hope she put it back, but I don't know if she did. So that people were up in arms about that, with it? And she never clarified. The picture was it in her car, so I don't know. She said, "Y'all picked up this turtle on the side of the road. A sign, 1,000%, a turtle with all 3s. #AD3."
Well, anything for them fucking social media likes, am I right?
She just kidnapped a poor turtle, though.
Poor bastard. Maybe she just took it to fuck home. I don't know.
But still, it's a wild animal.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. Anyway, that upset me.
Fucking road.
Who are our picks for Dega?
Oh man, we gotta give a big shout out though. It's the final race for Brendan Gaughan.
Oh, dude, I fucking love Brendan Gaughan. He's my hero.
Yep. Death, taxes, and a Brendan Gaughan top 10 at a plate track in the 62 car. I hope we get another one unless he flips his dick off again. There's that one exception. Yep. Final ride for Brendan Gaughan, fucking legend. I hope he has a good run. I don't know if he's going to be my pick because he's probably going to be one of those. He'll get up there, I'm sure, but he'll probably either get caught up in it or who knows, maybe he'll win. Time. Yeah, it's his last one. You'll send it. So hopefully he doesn't get taken out. But how fucking cool would it to see him win, man? I'd
love it. What a badass I mean, I don't know for sure, but it looked like he briefly led last year's race while upside down. So that was pretty cool. He was pretty damn close to. I know he had the lead briefly, but I think he might have still been leading while he was flipping. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, dude, you know what? He's my pick. I'm picking Brendan Gaughan.
Oh shit! All right. Oh damn. I don't know who to pick, so I'm gonna. The first name that popped into my head is Chris Buescher. Why am I picking Chris Buescher? I don't know, but he was in my FanDuel lineup in Vegas, and he actually pulled one out of his ass and gave me some points, even though I didn't win any money. But I don't know. He's usually just... Dude, Chris Buescher's had, like, the quietest season ever. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but he's usually kind of up there. He gets caught up in shit, but he's pretty competent. He
was up there the 500. He was up there when we were at Dega.
Yeah, so. He always just kind of he's one of those quiet guys, but he works his way up there. So I'm gonna take him. I'm just like I'm rooting for the stupid winner. I would imagine they'll probably eat a lot of shit this weekend. Saturday is a doubleheader, I think, with the trucks and Xfinity, which is Xfinity usually doesn't go to Talladega, right? This trucks
I forget what race they were replacing, but they were replacing. Something. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, that's gonna be a fun Saturday and Sunday. Dega weekend. You're taking Brendan Gaughan, and I'm taking Chris Buescher. Some fucking all stars. Let us know who you guys are picking for Talladega this weekend. We got some Indy Car action for you Indy Car fan listening. Hope you enjoy. I'll probably try to catch it when I can. It's Friday and Saturday for the Indy Car GP double. And that's probably going to be a snoozer unless it rains, so we'll see how that goes. And I think that's going to do it. Any final words?
I think I covered it.
All right. Well, hey, it was a good time as always. Appreciate y'all for listening. This is kind of a delayed episode because we wanted to wait and for the schedule and all the news and all that stuff. So we waited a little bit, but I think it was well worth it. I don't know what time you guys are going to listen to it, but hopefully you guys enjoy it either way. We appreciate y'all for listening, and we'll be back with episode 20 next Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Be there, be there, be there. Thank y'all for listening. We'll catch y'all next time.